I hope you're having a great week. It is Wednesday, and I want to take this opportunity to just tell you that I hope you're having a great week. You know, it was a really good Sunday this past Sunday. Great crowd in the first service, really good crowd in the second service. We continue to have a lot of visitors, so continue to invite people, reach out to people. Make sure that when you're here, that you're greeting people and you're introducing new people to other church members so that we can know that in fact they are here and make sure that everyone gets to know each person. Well, let me just tell you what we're going to try to do starting today. I've been informed, and I kind of knew this. I know that the Wednesday night service, it's a limited viewership, and part of that is that's just the way Wednesday nights are anyway. Even when we're in person, it's not as big a crowd. Even though we've had great attendance through the years, it's not as great a crowd as the other services. And then it's only a smaller crowd that would hear me because we would have youth going on, children going on, other studies going on. And so that's the same thing on Wednesday night. So even during the time when we've just been doing this video, choir practice has been going on. There's been a Bible study going on with the men. There's been the youth. So people that were here probably didn't watch this. And those who do every week know that I spend a large amount of time, either 10 to 15 minutes, going over information and announcements, because we just don't get to do that on Sunday mornings. In my mind, thinking that I was covering announcements, people getting the information. And so I've been informed that a lot of people are not getting it, and so therefore think that we're maybe not sharing that information. So we're going to make some changes. We're going to take what I'm doing right now, and we're going to post that either on Facebook, or we're going to email that out in the coming days each week. So there will be a weekly update for announcements. And so let me just remind you that we are, this Sunday, this is going to be our fall relaunch. We're starting this first semester of a fall relaunch. And it's been challenging, just to be honest with you, because even some of the people that we've normally work are not able to work now, and just trying to find workers. And even though we've had some new people, it's not really fair to just throw brand new people into the fire when maybe they've not seen how we do things. But we really have been working and praying and enlisting people to really get involved. I do want to just encourage you, number one, to pray, but also to do your part and to enlist others. Bring somebody along with you to help in the nursery. Think about this. As we start Sunday school back for children and preschool age, that's going to put a strain on our worship service nursery care. And that's the most, if we have a priority list, and that's priority, the worship services and having that child care. So I really want to encourage you to get people involved. And let me again just remind you, there in the bulletin, there is, I thought I brought one up here, but in the bulletin there is a flyer that has the information about our relaunch. I believe it also was emailed this past week. That's not exhaustive, and there's even some things that are tentative on there that may not start right on the 15th or the 18th, the Sunday or the Wednesday, but they will, the plan is to put them in place. We're also working on some things that are not on there. What my plan is I will do an 11 o'clock, and then I'm probably going to do the same thing at 6:30. I can't remember if that's on the list, but we also are doing something called Grief Share. Miss Linda Black and Daryl are working together. Miss Linda's going to be the primary leader in this. And I believe this is going to be a really great ministry for our church. We've got a lot of members, a lot of people who will be benefited by this ministry. And so we're going to really try to figure out when the best time slot for that is. And I'm going to try to work around that because I believe it's very, very important, and I think it's a great ministry. So I do want to encourage you to be thinking about that. But if you have any questions about anything, we're trying to get things, kind of moving in that direction. It takes a lot of moving parts, especially with 2 services. And I know people ask, again, about the 2 services. As you saw this past Sunday, and we're still not back with everybody being here. I think over these next few weeks you're going to see that, but we could not have put everybody in the one service comfortably from this past Sunday. So I told you, and I'm sharing again, that we're going to evaluate the 2 services through December. If our deacons and I think that we need to stay in 2 services, then we will then make a time change, and it'll either move the first service up a little bit or the second service back a little bit, and that'll be to give our connect groups during that Sunday school hour, to give them more time to be able to minister and fellowship and minister in the Word. So, again, just keep praying, get involved, do your part. If you haven't served in a while, why not step up? And let me just, again, remind you, don't be the person that points out what we need to do. If you see a need, come and share that and say, I'll be the one to step up and help. I'll be the one to teach a Sunday school class. And I said this, I think, this past Sunday. We need our veteran members to step up. Now, again, when I say that, there are some that have been working for decades that are in that age range that, they just don't feel comfortable right now being in small settings, small group settings, especially with children. So that's going to call on those people that may be in a younger range, that, I don't know, 25 to 65 range. I know it's a huge range there, but I need our members. I need our veteran members to step up and to contact Daryl and to help us in this. Now, let me just say this about where we are with the virus. I know that the numbers, again, I see what's being said on the news. I see what's being said on Facebook. Sometimes it's hard to kind of maneuver through what all is being said. As always, we're trying to do what we need to do to stay clean. We have our foggers, our fog machines. We spray in between services. We will also use that in the nursery areas. We try to keep all that stuff as clean as we can. We feel like here that this is probably one of the cleanest places that you go to. We really believe that. Again, we've never had a mask mandate. I've never stood up here. We never put here and said everyone has to wear a mask. I will say during this time, like I've said before, if you feel comfortable and you want to wear a mask to church, please do that. If you don't, that's your decision. So I know that probably a lot of our membership, especially our middle-aged to older membership, have been vaccinated. And I know some may not feel that they need to be. And again, all of that is your personal choice. I just want to encourage you to do what you need to do in order to feel good about what you're doing. Again, I want this always to be a safe place, whether that be a sinner who's lost that comes in here and it's safe for them to come in and expose who they are and hear a dangerous message about Jesus Christ and be saved. Same thing on all the other things. I want it to be safe for our kids. I want it to be safe for our adults. So we're doing what we can. Now, we're not perfect. As I mentioned at the very beginning, there are things sometimes that we may have a perception of that we think we're doing a good job, and we realize that maybe it's not being communicated like we think it ought to be. Our goal is to do a better job. And we're trying to do that. We want to minister to you. We want you to minister. Now, again, this is not a country club. So please don't ever make that mistake that it's all about you or it's all about, how good it feels to you. No, you're here for His glory. I'm here for His glory. It's not our way, it's His way. So, again, pray, invite people, reach out, step up to the plate, and let's see what God is going to in fact do.